All right, first thing first, let's go ahead and get started. We'll just start popping people in as they come. Let me introduce you guys to the man at the top screen. There you go. Look, there they go right here. Two of the young fellas. All right. To my top left, we have David Bailey, G League professional, G League Hall of Famer. Got his jersey retired in the G League. Um, bottom of him, got Laron Wade, owner, CEO of Beyond Athletics, also a board member of the United Against Cancer All-Star event. To the right of him, got Elijah Lovemore. Last year or this year, participating in the rookie game. He go to St. Laurence, he's a freshman class 2025. And at the bottom, we have Yaris. He's go to Evanston. He also participated in the rookie game last year, class 2025. All right, so first thing first is let's speak on everybody, connection through basketball. Let's talk about your career. So let's start off with David Bailey. Let's speak about your career, Dave. How do you feel? Let's describe your career.
Well, I'll describe my career growing up in Chicago on the West Side. I feel like I had a good career. I started out at William Penn Grammar School. Went on to start playing AAU for the Court Masters with Henry Cotton and Chris Head. I also played small fry with Miss Foster um, out in West Pullman. Um, After that, went on and had a good career at Westinghouse. Um, Played at Loyola University where I'm the third all-time leading scorer. Um, Also played up in Europe, France a couple years, Australia, um, Poland, little country Estonia, um, and also in the G League for in South Dakota on the all-time leading scorer. So I'll say I had a good career as far as basketball wise. It took me a lot of places, like a lot of places outside of the hood where I never would have seen before.
Facts. All right, Laron, we gonna go to you next. We're gonna get the youngsters last. Their career really ain't took off yet.
Well, for me, my basketball career wasn't as long as I would probably like it to be, due to a lack of guidance, due to a lack of having platforms and resources to be able to help us excel in Chicago and getting to the next level. So, that's a part of the reason, definitely why I do the things that I do. But I definitely played basketball. Started off at Crown, where a lot of like prominent basketball players went. Like Sonny Parker. One of my favorites, Marquise McGee. A lot of people that transitioned to me playing basketball at Farragut under the guidance of William Wolf Nelson, who's a Hall of Fame coach here. 2007 is the year I graduated. We just talk out how we definitely was the only team to beat D-Rose and them in 2007 too. Like, wasn't nobody getting close to Pooh. So we had a really good team. And that transition for me playing at Farragut to a junior college here in Chicago, Richard J. Daly, one of the better players in the region. And after graduating from Daly, I played at Concordia University for half a season before God really blessed me with my purpose in life, which is Beyond Athletics Chicago, which is a youth mentorship organization here that provide platforms and resources for mental health awareness, personal development, community engagement, autism awareness, a ton of other different things. And, we're definitely known for having really elite athletes on the west side of Chicago as well. With my partner, Coach Charles, who do a lot of the trainings out of Quest Multi-Sport, just as well as Columbus Park, So we got a lot of great things. But like I said, my basketball career, man, I enjoyed it. I loved it a lot. It drove me to stay out of the streets and helped me be able to become so much more of a better individual, with teaching me so many life aspects of it, in which a lot of people don't necessarily understand. But I'm having an opportunity to play at Farragut High School, which is a powerhouse here in Chicago, and having an opportunity to play basketball in college and eventually go train professional athletes in Seoul, South Korea with the Samsung Thunder in the KBL, which was a bigger highlight for me because I wasn't there necessarily to play basketball. I was there to do skill set training, in which I had an opportunity to go to Seoul, South Korea, Dongbu, Itaewon, Basically a small tour with just training and evaluating players over there. And it left me to where I'm in a position now of being a talent evaluator at the Chris Paul National Combine, where I'm traveling around the country helping, volunteering my services, don't even want to get paid for it, to evaluate talent and put kids in position to be able to excel. So I hope that was able to answer the question a little bit as far as my basketball career. Like I said, it wasn't as long as it could have potentially been, but I'm blessed and thankful to have it.
All right, we're gonna go to Elijah. So far, how do you feel about your basketball career so far?
I started off playing in like park district leagues. Then I started playing with the Mean Streets when I was in 5th grade. Then I started playing with my own team called Team Bad. Then I went back to Mean Streets like this year. And I've been playing with the Mean Streets ever since then. And now I'm at St. Laurence High School playing varsity at St. Laurence. And I have an opportunity to start at point guard this year.
All right, Yaris.
My fault. But yeah, so I started playing like Elijah said, at Park District League. I was playing with a team called Battle Cats. It was like local in Evanston. And after that, I went to another team called Hoops Avenue. And I started playing feeder for Evanston, stuff like that. And in 5th grade, I played at one tournament with Mean Streets, but I ain't never go back. I don't know why, but yeah. Then after that, I was playing with Coach Brown with Dream Chasers. I also played small fry with Robert Taylor Panthers. And then I went to Mean Streets my 8th grade year, and now I'm at Evanston. I mean, the goal is to play varsity, but I just came for football, and I injured myself. So right now I'm kind of like not 100%, but yeah, I'm at Evanston playing basketball.
All right, so Dave Bailey is he's a what you call a Chicago legend. We've won a couple of championships together, playing in some of the summer leagues here in Chicago, playing against some of the best talent here in Chicago. Dave, describe your impact on Chicago basketball itself.
I would say I had a huge impact on Chicago basketball. Just being where I'm from, coming up in K-Town, being of my short stature, only being 5'9", 5'10", just overcoming a lot of obstacles with a lot of people saying that I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, and I did everything they said I could.
All right. Laron, what about your impact? What do you feel like your biggest impact on Chicago basketball is?
Just like Dave said, man, I'm from K-Town too. So I grew up in K-Town. And I think like my impact on basketball here in Chicago currently would be just the simple fact of just awareness, making a lot of our younger athletes become more awareness by helping and enhancing them with the tangibles that they need to become a professional athlete if that's the route that they want to take. A lot of our kids would like to be professional athletes but don't know what it takes because they've never seen it before. They've never been around it. They're only seeing what they see on the internet. So my biggest impact in Chicago is helping, like on the basketball side, is helping our athletes become way more aware of what can go on and what can take place in this world. So that's social media etiquette. That's having an opportunity to work with sports performance coaches, strength and conditioning coaches, academic tutors. So my thing is, like, I want a lot of our athletes from Chicago to go Division I and not have to continuously go to junior college. So providing platforms that can help and enhance them, get their talent exposed, that'll help them out a lot. A lot of athletes don't know, like, that junior college, you can go and it's not nothing that's bad. But at the same time, if you got someone that's showing you the way and the ropes of how to become a legit Division I athlete, who's involved with it, who's traveling with it, I think, setting up seminars and stuff like that have been tremendous for us and helping the youth be able to understand that, like, it's so much more to the game of basketball than being on the court. So my biggest contribution would be, like I said, those tangibles and helping them understand basketball off the court, which is more important than being on the court.
All right, Elijah, what kind of impact do you want to leave in Chicago basketball once your career is over?
The impact I want to leave is like being like basically like a leader, somebody people could look up to in like the future. So like kids could like look up to me and want to be just like me and like set a good example for the youth. And the impact I think I'm doing right now is like, cause like sometimes I walk in the gym, you know, little kids, they look up to me. They be like, "Ain't you Elijah Lovemore?" and stuff like that. They shake my hand and stuff. I feel like they look up to me. They want to be like me, so I got to lead by example.
Dope answer. That's a dope answer. What about you, Yaris?
Really, like Elijah said, being somebody to look up to and basically like being an inspiration for like the other generations coming up. And I don't know, just like having like a big impact where I can come back to like Evanston and everybody like know who I am and like know what impact I made on Evanston before I left or whatever the case may be. But yeah, just being able to be an inspiration to younger generations.
All right, so three of you guys experienced the All-Star event last year that we had under the restriction of COVID. I know Lil Dave had to work. You know, we still got your trophy, Lil Dave. We're gonna make sure we present it to you. I know you're a breaking man. But for you three, what would you say? How would you describe your experience with the All-Star event last year? We'll start with you, Elijah.
I feel like I had a lot of fun. Like it was real fun. Like it was like a chance for me to like go play basketball, have fun, and like just have fun for real.
What about you, Yaris?
I'd say it was fun. And I felt like real happy. I ain't have to like, go at everybody's neck. I ain't have to go for real. Cause usually I'm going at everyone who I was playing against. But I feel like that one was just like we can have fun, like it was more of an experience type thing. So yeah.
What about you, Ron?
Well, for me personally, I just want to commend you for the opportunity of providing a platform for our elite level athletes that were in it. It was an amazing environment to be in. For it to be COVID, we had a pretty good turnout, really great celebrity game. Overall, like I said, the experience for me is just next level, man. Just to be around people and to be involved with people like on the call and the younger generation. That's an opportunity that we wasn't presented when I was in high school. A lot of our athletes, 60 to 70% of them, they can not qualify to go Division I. So we have to provide more platforms for other coaches to be able to see, and having an opportunity for that film to get shared and for it to be talked about, radio exposure, all these other different kind of things, man, that's elite. And that's what we need in the city to continuously excel and go in the right direction, bro. So like I told you, like it wasn't about having 400 people in there. We had hundreds of people to come in throughout the weekend, and that's a start because these McDonald's All-American games and all these other games, like a lot of our kids sometimes get snubbed and not understanding that a huge part of it is not what they're doing on the court, it's what they're doing off the court. So the etiquette of just how to be a student athlete is so important, but you being able to provide this platform and be able to teach them and show them and bring us together and show our younger generation that like we ain't trying to cloud chase and it ain't about no hating or anything like that. Like we really trying to work together and just make it do what we do. That's amazing, bro. So like I'm super excited to be a part of it. Super excited to be a part of the board, potential sponsor on so many different levels. So like I think it's an amazing idea. And I believe truly in my heart that this will be one of the top more elite All-Star games in the city of Chicago, and not only here, but in the country, because so many more players are going to want to hear about it. I mean, so many more players are going to be involved with it as it continuously grow, because we got bigger names coming in. We got more opportunities coming in, more sponsors coming in. So for it to be a start off, like, I think this is something amazing and great. And, you know, I'm happy to be a part of it.
All right, well, my personal experience with it, man, was, you know, it was a headache, man. I was, you know, ripping and running, trying to figure everything out. I just want the experience for everybody that was involved in it to be great. Like I told Laron and the people that's on my board, man, this event highlighted a couple of things. It highlighted our athletes, our young athletes, and also highlighted people who's dealt with cancer. Like, we gave out cancer awards, we gave out community awards. You know, we were just giving out our flowers for people while they were still here, and also recognize the people who fought the fight and you know, unfortunately didn't win it. So we just recognize those people, and for me, it was just a blessing to be able to have this opportunity to give back to the community, back to the city, where a lot of love is not given. It's a lot of hating in the city, and I just want to be part of that love situation where we giving out love and we giving out the flowers that people deserve, and we not holding anybody back, and, you know, we just, you know, showing people the right way to do things. Dave Bailey, you've been part of many All-Star games, many All-Star events, MVPs. Like, what was your experience playing in All-Star games? You on mute, Dave.
Sorry about that. All-Star games, they were generally fun. You know, I always went into the approach just to have fun in All-Star games. You know, the best competition was gonna make the All-Star game. So, you know, when you went in, it was just to basically have fun. I mean, with me being the competitor that I am, I always wanted to win the game, but it was basically just to have fun with the guys around you.
Facts. All right. So with that being said, if you can upgrade the event, what would you add or take away from the event? We'll start with you first, Ron.
For me, like I said, personally, like as far as upgrades, I just feel like, you know, everything is a journey and it's already written, bro. So I think we just living in your purpose that you have blessed us all with, you know, to be able to help it enhance and grow. Like, the only thing I would like to enhance, probably me personally, is putting the location in a city somewhere where we can be able to attract so many more people to be able to come out. You know, I know it's a tough time with people and everything. We're coming out of a global pandemic, something that we've never experienced before. These kids, these youth, these young adults, they never experienced before. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the upgraded, I just feel like, you know, maybe a closer location in the city. I would like to have a lot of like physical therapy throughout the weekend to be able to show these athletes how to be able to take care of their body. So having physical therapy, having treatment, sports performance, injury prevention, all these other different aspects. We have professionals come in and we treat our athletes like pros, like, you know, so we can show them that this is what you should do. So I think to have more educational and informative things would be so much more next level, because we need to start teaching like our youth, just like Dave was saying, in which like the two young men on here, like, y'all really, like, he really is Chicago legend, like, you know what I'm saying, like just small but just play so big, like, you know, and that started a trend for a lot of other people. He opened a door for a lot of other people with his toughness and everything that he presented while playing basketball at a very high level. So just to enhance it, I think we should just have more educational, informative things to just be able to let our athletes know, like, this is how you go about X, Y, and Z, whatever those things may be.
Yeah, facts. We're gonna get to y'all too. Speaking of small, I'm gonna tell y'all the story about Dave, right? So we playing in West Haven or whatever. I don't remember who we was playing, but I posted up twice, right? So I posted up twice and I scored. So they started doubling me in the post. Dave is 5'10". This man come to me and say, "Give me the ball in the post." Like, in my mind, I'm thinking, who the hell you finna post up? Like, this team big as hell. Who are you finna post up? So I said, okay, you want the ball? I'm gonna give it to him. I gave him the ball, bro. Hey, young fellas, you gotta watch him work. Like, he was posting a guy up. He had to be like 6'5", 6'6".
I think I was there. I think Buddy was 6'8", man.
Bro, he was making me the dude that was guarding him was making me so mad. I wanted to guard Lil Dave. He was on my team. Like, bro, he was not finna keep letting this little dude post you up, bro. Like, you too big. Like, keep letting. I'm talking. He was checking his chest. Oh man, that's tough.
The good old days.
Facts. So Elijah, what you think? What would you look forward to? Because you got another opportunity to play in 2025 in the senior game. What would you be looking forward to? Like, what would you want when your time come to be that senior All-Star?
Probably the location for like more people to come. But everything else, to be honest, it was a good event. It was like fun for me to play. It was like everything was good, intense. It was competitive. It was good.
What about you, Yaris?
Really what they were saying is really just like had a location like in the city, like somewhere where a lot of people can come, and yeah, that's about it. Other than that, I had fun at the event.
All right, we're gonna speak on this location, right? The location thing is it's tough to get city gyms, right? Because we have a lot of people coming from a lot of places, and right now the city got a bad stigma of violence, right? So we're not just dealing with a bunch of city kids. So we have kids that coming from West Suburbs, Central Illinois, North Suburbs, and those type of things. So we have to be mindful of what their reaction would be if, we're playing at an urban prep Inglewood, or we're playing at or we're playing even at Quest. They kind of look at it like, yeah, that's on the west side of Chicago. Am I really going to trust going over there and being able to walk back to my car late at night? Like, we know we can go in there and do that, but we have to be, mindful of other people's thought process. Even though it's going to be security and everything is always safe, we just got to be mindful of other people's thought process in that situation. So when I go through my locations, I kind of be like, what would make the most sense for everybody?
Just to touch on to that a little bit more, I think that's a big part of the reason of why we should probably have it in the city even more, because there's so many stigmas that's placed on our communities that is not accurate and not true. It's so many places in Chicago that we can be able to have games and events at. It's just that we have to be able to come together and want to be able to do it more. I was just recently at Duke University, right? So I was touring the campus. I was out there meeting with, the staff and everything like that. And I was getting out my car and I was asking like an older guy, like, hey, can you park right here? Because I'm not for sure. I'm just visiting. And he was just like, yeah, you should be good. But where you from? I'm from Chicago. The first thing he said, oh, they killed so many people there. And my first response was like, that's not true. Like, it's places in the world that got bad neighborhoods, just like Chicago. It's just the media is focused on what they want to focus on. So it's up to us to create our own narrative about how great Chicago is, be able to bring some of those suburban area kids, Chicagoland area kids in to see a different aspect and the element of it. Like, because I feel like Chicago is like no other place. And I literally traveled all around the world to be able to do the things that we need to do as far as making the game so much better and enhancing it. But I understand your viewpoint, but like for me personally, like one of my biggest dreams and aspirations is to meet people in the world, and they don't be saying like, "Oh, you from the place where they kill all the people at." So that's why I do a lot of what I do as well, because like Chicago is so much more than that. It was voted the #1 city in the world to have it all in 2020 and 2021. We were voted the #2 for the most exciting in the city to have it all in the world. Chicago, #2. So despite all these things, as far as killing and everything like that, people don't talk a lot about the positive upside of Chicago and how much potential comes out of Chicago.
Yeah, no, correct. We definitely want to change the narrative, and that's kind of why we want we got this All-Star game even started, just change the narrative and give these kids the opportunity in that platform. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, right? All right, so we're gonna ask these questions. You gotta be honest, you gotta be truthful. We're gonna start with you, Lil Dave. This question for everybody. Your top 5 toughest people you ever had to guard.
Top 5 people I ever had. That's tough. I don't know. Probably gonna say
You called a break. You called a break because you didn't have to guard me. That's okay though.
I'm probably gonna say
That's a tough question. He global, man. So like he ain't like us. We ain't, what I'm saying? We ain't been that big time. It might be a little easier for me, but he gonna have to think about it, man. He been all around the world. So some of the best.
It's hard for me, Vontae. Can you hear me, Vontae?
I heard you.
Yeah, it's hard for me, man.
What about you, Ron?
And I'm gonna go on a limb and just say it wasn't just me guarding these people. We had to do it collectively as a group. But I would say, of course, Derrick Rose, D Rose from Simeon, Sharon Collins from Crane High School, was the #1 guard in the nation, in the country, most winningest players in Kansas history. Patrick Beverly, when he was at Marshall, he gave us 49, 10, and 10. I'm not gonna cap. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people think Pat Bev can't score in the league. He only play defense, but that's actually not true. Those 3, and who else I would like to just put in there just to be able to add in? Who you would think, just playing against who we played in our conference, and this was our conference as well. So we playing against Sharon one night, we playing against Pat Bev the next night. We playing against it's way different than what these high schools are experiencing nowadays. Like we was in a dog fight every night, But I would say those 3. Those stood out the most because they were super elite. And I'm also throw in there John Shire.
And Ticket, DeAndre
Liggins, you like Ticket? All right, we can throw Ticket in there because Ticket did mess us up too. But my first game on varsity was against John Shire at Glenbrook North. And it was a summer league game. And that place was jam-packed like it was a real game because, we had Chris Singletary, who was #1, #2, him and Sharon. They kept going back and forth. But that's the first time I seen somebody come across half and get to shooting like Steph do. You know what I'm saying? And John Shire, of course, he's the next head coach for Duke University. It's part of the reason I was out there as well, to connect and meet and find out more. But I would say those people, Derrick Rose, Sharon Collins, DeAndre Liggins, Ticket, Pat Beverly, and the last person as well. I'm just sitting here having flashbacks because it was real.
Whole time, shit. Not even.
What about you, Elijah?
I think I'm gonna have to think some more on that question. I don't really know who it was. I was hard to who was hard for me to guard. I ain't never really have a hard time with nobody yet.
You gonna have to get y'all some games on the schedule. You in Chicago and ain't never had you ain't never played nobody at the Park District that had.
But you see how Yaris just looked? Yaris, he capping Yaris.
He said nobody.
Hey, I promise you that is big cap.
Okay.
I'm feeling short.
I gave Elijah so much buckets. It don't make sense.
I gave you 20 before in the first half.
Okay. I'm gonna go my 5.
In the first half.
All right, now that sound a little easy right there.
But I wasn't guarding him that whole half.
You was guarding me some of the plays.
No, so I'm gonna go in order. The least person who was tough was Elijah. I never had a problem with it. His knees always messed up. He got an ankle problem. He always hurt. It's easy. Number 4. I'm gonna go Amari Edwards. Amari Edwards is he might be little, but he can dribble, shoot, and he can finish crazy. Then the third one, I'm gonna go with this. When we was at this little May Hoops tournament in Georgia, I had to guard this guard from Alabama Fusion. He gave me like 20, like white boy, 20. Then my second one, I'm gonna go with Melvin Bell. Melvin Bell, tough. He's tough to guard. And then my number one is Antoine Glasper. I had to guard him in ministry practice. He blew past me every time, like so quick. Can't keep up. That's my top 5. Oh, I got one more though. I'm gonna go with Zoe, Lorenzo Shields. He's too shifty. Like it's hard to guard him. It is. I'm not even gonna lie.
Elijah, you ready yet?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. Antoine Glasper do got the wheels. I can't lie to you. But Jay Griff, I guarded him before. Even though he older than me, but like when I guard him, just like so fast and it's like hard to stay in front of him. Yeah, that's about it.
That's tough.
See, that's what I'm saying about basketball currently versus like I'm not one of them older people that just like to like compare the time frames, but like how he just said, like what he said, like we literally one night we playing Patrick Beverly, the next night we playing Derrick Rose, the next night we playing Sharon. So you're going to play against somebody that's gonna give you some problems, like you know what I'm saying? But like it's different. I like his confidence as well, man.
I'm sitting here thinking like my top 5. I'm gonna tell y'all. So it's tough being what they call a tweener, bro. It's the most annoying job ever, right? Because one night I guard a big, the next night I guard a 4, the next night I'm guarding a guard. It's just be like I don't know if I have a top 5, but I've guarded so many really good players, like one-on-one, like no help. He got him by himself.
I mean, you're gonna have to answer it. We all had to answer it, bro. So you got to give us some names, like you made us give you some names. You feel me? We need to know. We need to hear about them facts of who got it, who don't.
I guarded Chris Singletary. I guarded Big James Farr from Evanston. I guarded John Shire. I guarded Josh Smith, Iman Shumpert, Tyshawn Taylor.
I forgot about Shump.
Yeah, he was pulling. That's another dude that talking about shoot. Any of the guys that they say top guys in the city, I probably had to.
So you ain't gonna say Lil Dave and he's sitting right here in your face?
I see again. I never had to guard Lil Dave.
My fault. I'm just starting some shit, y'all.
He got lucky. We was always on the same team.
But even if we weren't on the same team, he had Tone or Said, and that's who I got.
So motherfucking hands full.
But I had to guard them, and I still had to go out and get buckets. So that's what the other thing was. So I had to not 3 and D, I had to go get legit buckets. So I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I still be the James Farr game at West Haven was bro. First of all, how tall is James? 6'10"?
Yeah, 6'10".
Bro, James Farr is.
You had to battle. You had to battle with him though, bro. It was great nights in West Haven.
Yeah, 6'10", with move. He can shoot the jump shot. He had a nice soft touch. He was super strong. So I think he was a harder guard for me than Josh Smith. Josh Smith just wanted to shoot jump shots. I just felt why won't you come and use your athleticism? He just wanted to shoot jump shots, which didn't make any sense.
Oh, I got one more though. In the workout, we was after work. I had to guard Amon Starks. Man, bro, yeah. he almost made me fall 3 times.
You ain't the only one. He definitely got it.
Yes.
He made 7 threes in a row. It's crazy.
You ain't never had to guard Jerome Randall, Tay?
Nah, I ain't had to guard Jerome.
Okay. I could throw Jerome out there too. Like, it's so many. I'm sitting here to thought about 10
I'm
more other people we done had to play against, like Jerome. You saying Shump, like all of these people, like Jeremy Montgomery was tough, left-handed, number 3 in the state. Like, you know, it was a lot of people. When I'm sitting here just thinking about it, man, like that's a good question though.
The toughest person I had to guard that was on my team in the practice, we had a guard named Laurence Redmond, bro. Laurence Redmond was so shifty, bro. Like I could, if he had his head on straight, it's not too many guards in the city that was keeping up with Shorty. Like when I say shifty, he can shoot, and he just had like this natural ability to change directions in an instant. Like you ask anybody that played from the Reggie Hamiltons, anybody, the Kevin Dillers, any of those guys that had to play against him, Josh Parker, he ate those guys alive.
See, you study naming more people like JP so tough. JP play overseas right now. I was just out in Phoenix with him. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we keep going on and on. It's gonna be difficult to name like 5 people. Like seriously, because we ain't talked about Tone. We ain't talked about even CC. Like CC from Western House, like super tough. We got Pooh Bell that went to Mason, that went to Farragut. Yup. Like all of these people, it's a lot of people that was difficult to guard. Like for real.
Facts. All right, next question. Your top 5 teammates that you ever played with. We'll start with the youngins. We'll start with you, Yaris, since you always going last. We'll start with you first.
Nah, I got to think about this one.
What about you, Elijah?
I gotta think about this one too.
Dang, everybody got to think about it. You got to answer for this one, Lil Dave?
No, I got mine.
Okay, what you got, Yaris?
So my number one, well, I'm not even gonna go in order, but so one was definitely Amari Edwards. 2, Makai Harris. 3rd one, I'm gonna have to go with Antonio Munoz, whatever his last name is. 4th one, dang, my 4th one, I'm gonna go Eli. I'm gonna go Eli Lovemore. That's my 4th. 5th, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with my homie Trail. I'm going Trail for sure.
Anybody else? Lil Dave, you ready?
My top 5 teammates, I'd probably say a guy named Randy Livingston. He played in the D League with me. A hell of a passer, a hell of a scorer. Probably say Sid Banks. He played high school with me. Corey Minifield, who played college with me. I had Paul McPherson on the team with me for a season. He had a hell of a season that year. Mikey Moore, a big guy named Mikey Moore. He played in the NBA, but when he came down to the D League, he was a hell of a player. But there's so many more players that I've played with that's been great players. That it's hard to just mention 5 players. It's a lot on that list.
Ron, Eli, any one of y'all want to chime in?
I could go, and I was just gonna say, like, that sound basically almost like y'all shed team where y'all was smoking everybody in.
Yeah, definitely. And then I mean, it's a lot on the list, man. It's just you just can't name 5 people. It's so many, man. Vontae, I could have put you in there, but I mean, you can't just name just 5 people. You gotta name them all.
Yeah, that is tough too. You know, for myself, I'm gonna start off by saying like Sean Scott. Sean Scott was like, you know, virtually an unknown. He just like blasted on the scene. He from K-Town too. He was this point guard at Farragut. I think he was the most easiest person to basically play with because he was a scoring guard, but he was a pass first guard. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact he looked up to guards like you, like Dave. Like he would always mention you as like, you know, one of his favorite players and everything like that. So Sean Scott, you know, I'm gonna say him first. His dad, Darius Scott, played in the NBA and everything like that too with the Pacers. Secondly, I'm gonna say Chris Singletary. Playing with Chris made the game so much easier for me because I'm a knockdown shooter. Chris, for y'all who don't know Chris Singletary, he about 6'5", 270 pounds of muscle. He LeBron size. He
Oh
LeBron
yeah,
size at 6'5". He been that size since he was in 7th grade. So playing with him, he made the defense collapse so much, and I was able to hit a lot of easier shots. So he's a really good teammate to play with. I'm gonna say Mike Dunnigan. Mike Dunnigan is 6'11". You know, he demanded so much attention in the post. He had the basketball intelligence to not be selfish and pass the ball out. He was a McDonald's All-American. I'm also just going to limb and just say I'm trying to just, like he said, space it out a little bit. Like when I was in college, but I think those 3 so far like are by far the most easier players to play with. I'm also putting there like my guy Duke Phipps, who played at Farragut with me as well, left-handed, crafty defender. You know, had an opportunity to be able to grow, excel, and you know, have an opportunity to just be a great teammate with him. And lastly, I'm gonna say Deshaun Thomas, who I played grammar school basketball with, high school and college for a period of time, and definitely made the game easier for me. Like Deshaun DT out in Cali, like I don't know, this younger crew, they might not know about N1 basketball, but N1 basketball was basically all this ball, this life, all these platforms put together in one. And it was street ball that was brought to, you know, the city for pure entertainment. Like, we finna really show you what's up. And at that point in time, like DT, he was in like 8th grade and he made the N1 national team where he was traveling with the teams and it was a tour that they were going on throughout the city. So he was a highlighted player, a really great teammate to play with because it was always fun to watch because he's another person that looked up to Dave. He wanted to go to Westinghouse, headbands, how the headbands was positioned, hands, everything, gestures, everything. Like he really was a warrior. So I know he know what I mean, but like he was a great teammate. So I'll just, you know what I'm saying, cap it with those 5 right there for now.
Eli, did you go?
No, but this might be a little more than 5, but there's no specific order. But I gotta say probably Melvin Bell, Yaris, cause like me and him in the backcourt, he take a lot of pressure off me. Probably Antonio Munoz, Derek Bishop, I don't think I say Justin Bourne, but I don't think Justin Bourne performed his best when he played with me. But like outside of him, like playing with me, he nice. And yeah, I gotta go with my boy Trail too.
I don't have a 5. I have a lot more than 5. I'm gonna start off with some people that kind of get overlooked. And I'm gonna start off with them first. I won 2 national championships with these guys. 2 people I'm gonna name off top is one, my point guard. Well, we share backcourt responsibility. Andrew Fair. Andrew Fair was one of my favorite teammates. I watched him in big games. We battled on the AAU circuit. Just it was crazy, bro. We played the OJ Mayos, the Blake Griffins, the James Hardens. Who else is in that class? the Kyle Singlers, the DeAndre Jordans. Who else is in that class? Like them guys, we played a whole like every weekend. We was going like it wasn't EYBL, it wasn't none of that. It was, just tournaments. We played against those guys. Mike Beasley, we played against those guys, and him and another guy named Justin Highchild, they like us three together, we never folded under pressure, bro. It just made us play harder.
Hey, man, Jay had something else, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember what do you get? OJ Mayo now.
Man, I swear to God, we at Nationals, boy.
We is on the line too.
My bad.
Yeah,
we on.
He played with the Hawks. With Jay High with us? Who's that?
My bro Duke, who's who with me, he played with Jay High, so he was there when Jay High gave OJ Mayo and Bill Walker them like 50. Like Chris Head, just let him loose. Chris Head, get him. Like, you feel me? Like OJ Mayo #1 in the nation. Jay High went off for 50 on him, like in Nationals, like everybody.
Yeah. So Duke played with. So Duke played with us.
Duke.
Yeah.
That's Tay. Yeah, Duke did, but he here next to me though.
Yeah, he played with us.
I'm pushing the mute button real quick.
He played with us. Yeah, we won nationals with that team. Like, we was little, bro, and we ended up winning national with the Hawks 2 years in a row. You gotta think our biggest man was 6'2". This kid named Lalo. Everybody else is DeAndre Jordan, bro, and we went out there and battled and beat those guys. I got Keon Smothers, bro. That's my best friend. The reason he's my best friend, bro, like he kind of forced me to keep playing basketball. He kind of made a bet with me my 8th grade year. I had to if I made the team and I made the starting lineup, then I had to play basketball. And I'm like, bro, I know I'm gonna make the team because there's not too many kids that's in the school that can hoop. But I didn't think I was gonna start, and I ended up starting, and we became a good 1-2 punch. We was beating the Durskins and those guys that had really good teams. The Brooks, we did a good job against Brooks. We played Lincoln with Trey and all those guys. And we was going out beating those guys, just me and him, basically by ourselves. I played with Tonton. Tonton, another guy to take a lot of pressure off of you because he's gonna get a lot of attention. Lil Dave I'm gonna tell y'all this about that guy right there. When it comes to two things, he spoke in it earlier. Him being competitive, he gonna chew you out and he gonna build you up, right? Like, I'm like little bro to him. So it'll be games where I have a moment where I was young, so I take a bad shot here and a bad shot there. He'll pull me to the side, chew me out, and then down the next play down the court, he'll give me the ball. Now go to work, like, and that just gave me confidence. Like, okay, it helped me calm down. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, be like, damn, bro, you just chewed me out. Like, it's a shot. Like, nah, bro, it's not a good shot. It's a bad shot. Let me show you how to be a pros pro. And I took that. And that's why he became like a real big bro. Even playing with Chris Singletary, he another guy gonna break the game down to you, make the game easier. Another one of my favorite players is Big DeAndre Thomas. Like, he a force, bro. Like, people don't understand. He cracked us. The referees here, they kind of mistreat him on the court. They allow people to beat him down and slap him. And the minute he go to put that big, damn near 400-pound shoulder into your chest, it's offensive foul. But you let people hang on his arm and hang around his neck. So now he got to get people off of him, it's offensive foul. So now he upset, and it's understandable. But
I forgot about Big Dre too.
Yeah, that's just how he get ref. Nah, I love playing with Big Dre. Nate Fuqua, another guy, I love playing with guys that play with a competitive edge, bro. That's never gonna back down. Too Easy. Like, me and Too Easy, we beat a lot of people in the city. A lot of people. A whole lot of people. All these guys that everybody talk about that's supposed to be top, me and Too Easy beat them. We took a team, it was me, Too Easy, and Al Ray Pierre in a 3-on-3, and we only lost to Steph them, and we lost to Steph them because Too Easy rolled his ankle. Like we beat everybody. Like, man, they gonna beat y'all next game. It was just us three, and we came out. We finished second in the little 3-on-3 thing. But I got a lot of teammates I play with that's, that made the game. Said Banks will call me anytime. Like, we put a team, a couple, maybe right before COVID hit, we had a team in Danker League. We was probably the oldest team in there, beat all the young kids. And it wasn't because we was the most fastest or most athletic. We was just so much smarter than them. Next question. If you can change anything about your career, what would it be? We'll start with you, Lil Day.
To be honest, I wouldn't change a thing. A lot of the times I be thinking
Got you,
like,
bro.
a lot of the times I be thinking like I never should have went to Loyola, but I should have went outside the state. But staying in Chicago, it was a good thing for me. Being able to get a degree from Loyola, being able to go on and have the career I had, I kind of wouldn't change a thing. Nothing to be at all.
What about you, Ron? You muted.
My fault. One thing I would consider, I'm like Dave, I wouldn't really change a lot, but if I would have had the opportunity to have more exposure, like how these youth and young adults have exposure today, like playing AAU and all these other things, like we didn't necessarily have all that as much as it is like prominent now. So if I would have had an opportunity to work on my game so much more in different environments, have some better leadership and guidance that understand the game of basketball, that can be able to guide and transition me into a different direction and really get to college. Like, I didn't even finish college. Like, I only got an associate's degree. And for y'all that's on here, like at a bare minimum, y'all should be able to get a bachelor's degree easy, because it's going to go by so fast. Like, those years of college is going to go by so fast. So just make sure y'all complete it and understand that, like, that's super important. Like, they basically owe y'all that. That's the least they can do. But for me, that's the only thing I probably would really just change. I would just, would have hoped to have more opportunities to work out with coaches. How a lot of the youth today is 1,000 coaches everywhere. Back then, it really wasn't a lot of coaches like that. You had to be able to be elite to play in these things. Like he was talking about the games and stuff. It was 2 camps that you had to go to back then. It wasn't all these all-star games and they filming it. You had to go to the ABCD camp. You're going to the Nike All-American camp. And if you ain't going there, like, you got some work to do. So, like, I would have just, had a better opportunity to have more work ethic work as far as in gym work would be the only thing I would basically change. Like, I feel like I was a really great, savvy, smart player.
All right. So we're going to wrap this up. So we're going to start with the young fellas. We're going to let y'all have y'all last closing remarks to wrap it up in the event. We'll start with you, Yaris.
Wait, I'm answering the same question, right?
Yeah, just now. You gonna wrap it up. Tell us. We're gonna get a closing remark.
I don't even know what that means. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's what we're here for. What it means is, like, just give us a summary of how you felt about the whole conversation. What did you learn from it? Like, what's something that you can take from it? Like, the closing remarks basically is just like an in conclusion statement on the paper, like summing everything up, basically.
All right, for sure. I'll basically say what I took from it was like hearing like what the older guys, how they impacted Chicago basketball, or how they want to, or basketball period. Like, I can, learn from what they was saying and put that into my game somehow. Not like everything, but like the little stuff. So yeah, that's about it.
What about you, Eli?
I don't know.
I feel like I learned a little bit more about like Chicago history, basketball history, and I feel like what I could take from this, like, I'm appreciative for you letting me come out to talk on live and stuff like that. And I feel like I can use this as motivation to stay in the gym.
Appreciate it. What about you, Ron?
My closing remarks would be, number one, thank you for having me have an opportunity to be able to come out and share my voice, to be able to talk about what we need to be able to talk about as far as enhancement and growth for our communities throughout the Chicagoland area. But I just want to offer just services, like things that I didn't get growing up. So you younger athletes, like, I have sports performance coaches that help you with injury prevention, helps build up your body. They ain't gonna talk to you about nothing basketball. Like, I want to offer those type of things to you guys. Like, it's about how serious you guys are, where you're working out with people that are training Olympic athletes to do high jump, to do track and field, to do all these other different kind of things to help you strengthen up your body so you can become less injury prone. So my closing remarks would be to the younger guys that's on here and the people that are watching, like, any type of resource that I have at Beyond Athletic Chicago, I want to be able to get that to you guys. So check it out, look it up. Like, we got pro athletes, pro trainers. We got all these things in place for you guys, and it's for free. You know what I'm saying? All you guys will have to do is a little community service, which isn't going to be a lot, but like, I want to close out with just opening my arms to the city of Chicago so much more with the platforms that I have. And the people that I'm dealing with and working with are certified officials for the younger guys. People like the Bulls just had an event with the Chicago Bears. We got NBA Cares. We got NBA.com. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and basically just say everything, but just know that you guys had an opportunity to share this space with greatness. Like, we're sharing the greatness amongst you guys as well, because my job is to empower you guys as well, to let you know that, like, it's so much more. Like, I was at Chris Paul National Combine, and Coach Showalter from Team USA, he was there evaluating fifth graders. So they're starting to look at players that's in fifth grade. And this Team USA, this is where everybody want to play for. He's the coach. They want every game. Like, so, like, I want to start helping our youth here become more aware of the game outside of being on the court. The importance of health and nutrition, the importance of sports performance coaches, the importance of so many different things. So those would basically be my closing remarks. So don't let this conversation end here, is what I'm basically saying. Like, we're here to help. At least I know for sure I'm able to help here as much as I possibly can.
Hold on. Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
What I was gonna did you say that you were working with Beyond Sports?
Beyond Athletics, yeah.
Beyond Athletics Chicago. I'm the founder of the actual organization. So it's basketball. It's so many different things that's taking place. Like, we got an event coming up that's about to play at the United Center this weekend. 17 U team. Like, that's a platform as well. I never had a chance to play at the United Center. You had to win in order to get there, and we had to go through the names I was naming earlier. So we never really made it because it's so competitive. But Beyond Athletics Chicago. So check it out if you get a chance to.
That the whole injury prevention thing, I was about to say, like, I'm interested in that.
And we got it. It's just the dedication. He got injury prevention sessions at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., and 7 p.m. So how dedicated of an athlete you are, you'll have to figure it out. But we can talk more when we get off this actual after call.
All right, put your information in the chat form. Dave Bailey, the legend. What's your closing remarks? What message you got for the young people and for the city?
Hey, I just want to thank you for having me on the show today. I really appreciate it. To the two young guys that's on the live, I want to tell them the best of luck in the future. Continue to strive for the best. It goes beyond basketball. Books come first. So just know, like Laron said earlier, man, use that platform to get an education, because all of us not going to play professionally wise. So use that to get an education. I want to tell Laron, congratulations on this organization, and keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. And I look forward to trying to see you guys at the All-Star game this year.
Appreciate that, Brody.
All right,
Yes,
we're gonna wrap
sir,
it up
bro.
right here. I appreciate all you guys for coming on, sharing your energy, sharing your thoughts, sharing your time. It's definitely appreciated. Yaris, as you can see in the chat, he left his number and everything enough for you to get. I really appreciate it, man. And I hope that we can build this to, by the time you guys play in the Senior All-Star Game 2025, it can be one of those things that's on ESPN, and be big and larger than what anybody can imagine. But to start off with you guys stand ready, you guys stand alert, you guys pushing this event just as much as we are. Like I said, man, I just want to do something big for the city, something big for my state. Like I said, it don't start with me. It's not about me. I don't want to make this about me. I want to make this about, giving back and showing my appreciation and my love and my passion and share my passion with the world. So again, I appreciate everybody for coming on. For those who tuned in today, ready to tune in next week. We're gonna keep the guests coming on. Also check out our website, UACallstars.com, our Instagram, UAC Allstars. Make sure you show love and show appreciation. And that's like that. We out.
All right, man. Great talking to y'all, man. Good luck with everything, everybody.
Yeah, bye, fellas. Y'all be safe. Have a good one.